we can propose alternative lah. Not necessary to be marble.
Yeah, if the budget is tight, we can go for like lookalike or something else. Hey, let's go. Basically from a living room, your 3D usually, let's say we are looking for, they wanted something more subtle lah. So if marble, we can go over that side to have a look first. Yeah. Something like this. Oh, you see this one is real marble. So something like this can be used for the floor. Yeah. But this is not too bad lah because it's real. You see this is nice. We can propose a few like this is real marble. This marble tiles.
Going for glossy polish.
我觉得 polish will be better for living lah.
Okay.
You want to go for matte?
I think polish also.
Yeah, lor, polish should be good, right? We have to take a few photos of the selection. But this one we won't be able to get samples. This one is real marble, so what you do is you take the photo of the whole slab and then you take a photo of this. Yeah. What made me pursue design as a career? I mean, initially that wasn't my intention, not gonna lie. Like initially I was more interested in like maybe a little bit more artistic stuff or maybe a little bit more towards like the pets, like more for like animals or like even the sciences. But after that I realized that design actually has everything. So it not only has design, arts, science, everything is like placed together. Like you can design for pets, you can design for humans, you can design for almost anything.
Today, we shine a spotlight on a family business with roots dating back to 1969. Founded by a pioneering figure in civil and structural engineering, this business became a legacy carried forward by the only son in the family.
YWA is a very talented designer, very creative and very resourceful, I would say. And he trusts to take over the company at this very young age.
Talking more about TEP1 Group, it's quite unique. It fuses architecture, civil and structural engineering, and interior design as well.
So this one has no stock, but Zach was saying that it looks
like the...
Yeah, it looks good, yeah. So you can showcase this one.
Okay.
Actually, 这个也不错.
I like the clean look.
Yeah, this too is also not too bad. It's just...
Because you have a lot of carpentries in the living room, right? So try to make the floor like clean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, not too bad.
So today's purpose is to select the tiles. So for the house concept-wise, we are going for neutral color, which is white, off-white, and soft grey. And we also selected some timber for outdoor area.
Overall, they prefer something that is quite simple. So we actually come here to just select like most of their tiles from living room to the bathrooms. And then even like let's say the kitchen tiles or like the bathroom for the maid's room, then to the guest room, then all the way to level 3. Yeah. And the balcony tiles, right?
Yeah. For the interior design, we are going for some sort of textured wall and design as well. So what we're trying to do is that we try to minimize the vein and the patterns of the floor tiles itself.
If you're using the same one, then better to be the same polish, same matte finish lah. But if 不一样的, then it's okay. 不一样的, then we can just use gloss mix matte.
Go in front.
Yeah.
Go in front. The challenges is that we need to control on the budget itself, not to go up to probably $5-6. So there is limitations on the selections as well, but we managed to find some good stuff here.
Yeah, actually mainly because we are buying quite a fair part of tiles, so it's best to keep everything within like a limitation that we can make sure everything is good while we maintain the overall budget. But still a bit too white.
For 哪里 kitchen, toilet?
Yeah,
Toilet.
right? Yeah, but it's a bit too white.
I think white is fine because there's no natural lighting for the toilet, especially the one at the center. If you see the layout all the bathroom is actually located at the center area, which without any windows. So what we do is that we try to select some neutral and light color stone instead of darker gray to light up the whole bathroom area.
And a bit glossy lah. Slightly glossy, so the space there's more reflections.
My first visit to Hafary, I think it's the Eunos outlet. So the first impression that I step in is like, wow, there's a lot of tiles, man. And there's an endless pathway they're going through. It's totally like a maze for me lah.
I can't really remember, but I think when I was a student, when I stepped into like the big Hafary showroom, it was actually quite interesting because there's lots of samples around, like actual like how it will be when it's installed. But I think I might be a bit, I was a bit overwhelmed by the huge amount of different materials available or like different textures and colors around. So I think it was like a whole new world when I first went to Hafary.
Every segment have different kind of designs. They have timber lookalike tiles, they have marbles, they have granite, then they have some varieties of tiles over the place. I think the first time that I went is together with one of the owner, and we are actually a bit lost because we don't know where to start from. So luckily they have all these salesperson that assist us to go through one by one, like floor by floor, like which kind of tiles that we are supposed to select, which is it's a good experience for me and learning as well.
Actually, we have have a few projects that are like small spaces, and especially like condos in Singapore, which we actually did quite a fair bit. It's really a big challenge to how's your vacuum, how's your mop, and things like that. And even like let's say having a study room in a small bedroom is also quite a fair bit of challenge for us as well. This space is Jax's living room. So requirement that he requested was he wants to serve his guests. He wanted a wine chiller, and then for him to serve his guests, so we will have a banquet. But partially because he'll be serving like more than 6 at a time, we managed to squeeze in maybe like a big table that can host up to maybe 8 to even 10 if all of them sit on the banquet. This is a Jax's room, so there's a bit of a space constraint. So what we did was, for the bed, it was like a king size bed, so you can see it occupies like a huge area in the room already. Next one will be the curtains with the dual function, blocks out the sunlight when he sleeps. And lastly, the TV, because there's a tight working space, so the TV is mainly wall mounted. Actually, rather than going about a general concept or idea, what we started off was with our meeting with JX, right? So we get to understand, he actually gave us quite a full blank canvas for us to give us our imagination. So what we did was actually we went to find for a few reference images that we think that it suits to what he was looking into, like his functionality and maybe of having a simple place or just a place to drink wine with his friends. So we developed from there, and then slowly the concept goes to about having a bit more of the style like this, to having frames, or even on the carpentry on the walls is everywhere is framed. And then the cornices and the skirtings, so it actually slowly developed along the way. It's not like there was a fixed concept in the first place. Sometimes it's difficult when you don't communicate much with the client to understand the client's needs, but in this case JX was very clear with what he wanted. So he basically tells he really wanted a space to host his friends, to drink, and then just a space to sleep and eat. So it's just the way that we execute the design to fit in to what he really needed.
Well, given that this was my first renovation, obviously there were a lot of things I didn't understand.
There will be a lot of question marks.
Yes, but I think the team was very responsive whenever we were communicating over text. And
you were also very responsive.
I guess it worked both ways. And you guys were very understanding that it was my first time renovating a place and was very patient in explaining things to me. Yeah, or concepts that I didn't quite understand, and that was quite helpful. And in choosing the furniture, for example, taking me down personally just to like view this table.
I know you were shortlisting a few IDs around,
Yep.
but you just happened to met my boss somehow. Like, can you tell me like more about it?
It was kind of serendipity. So I was shortlisting a few IDs, but the place wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, I
And then the week when I received the TOP letter, I attended Clarissa's baby shower, and Clarissa knows YWA. And then I happened to be sitting right opposite YWA. So we were just talking about it, and he mentioned he's an architect. I was like, oh, do you have an ID arm as well? And he mentioned yes. So that's how the conversation started. I know there were people who warned against, working with friends who are IDs or contractors, because it can be hard to push them, or like if things go wrong, then do you risk the friendship or would you want to push, right? But in this case, YWA made me feel very comfortable right at the start, and the team at YWA as well. I could feel that I could trust the team, and I'm very glad that the trust wasn't misplaced, right? And I guess sometimes it also adds on a bit of security, knowing that, okay, this is Clarissa's good friend. He's going to take care of me and take care of this place. And yeah, so
if not, she'll come looking for us, knocking on our office.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's also part of the reason why I only came down once, right? Because I know, hey, if anything goes wrong, I'll just bang on Clarissa's door after that. Like I'll bang on YWA's door. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, we are here to choose the tiles because they actually said like the size was 600 by 600 is low and 600 by 300 is low. So you have to come here and choose another tile for the client. I think I've troubled them quite a fair bit, to be honest, because there's usually quite a fair bit of revisions and changes to our designs. So 1 second you might think that this fits, then another second we will change like all of the tile selections again. So they will actually kind of took the trouble to guide us sometimes on like the R ratings and also let's say the colors and the finishes. So the experience was pretty smooth with them and they were really helpful. Not bad actually, can put side by side. Because they don't have this big piece so I'll just take like 2 more. Then I will show the client like the difference when you put
I don't
together.
think they'll be that bothered. I think they'll be okay.
They'll be okay.
They'll be okay when
It's just like at least we show them how it looks like. To be honest, I think like there's a lot of different variations from the types to choose from. So it's more like I can have different colors with the same variation at the same space. So it's kind of interesting of how I can just tweak that space alone with just like perhaps the same patterns, but with different colors. So it kind of makes the space looks uniform, but it still come out to be like pretty special and unique. On the other hand, they have a lot of different designs, and there's even things like mosaic. So it's quite interesting to see how we can use. Like it has opened my eyes to more materials, not materials, but more tile selection that is available. That what we can use in different design and different project scopes lah.
So, what's the problem?
So this is the second story landing, and there's a gap here. So I was thinking, what can we do here, like maybe carpentry or what? Because what they suggest is that they will do a brick wall here, then behind we can like
Use the space. Okay. The good thing this one, Charlotte is on the job for ID. Where's Charlotte? Charlotte, 可以过来一下吗？
Yeah.
这个 the What are you working
gap,
on the ID for? This is second floor.
This is going to the master.
Okay.
Then this one is going to the other room behind. So now we have this gap here. So are you going to propose any carpentry?
Eh? What was the original floor plan? Can you
Did we indicate
show it up?
this one is there?
Because it was originally supposed to be a wall. I think it was supposed to be a window or something. There was a double line. Yeah, it was a glass or something. There was like a double line.
Original was proposed to be
Yeah, it
no,
should
just
be a
provide
railing or
barrier.
something, Yeah.
But actually we can just do
Carpentry.
full height wall, then we do carpentries here.
Because
Maybe.
we actually have fluted
Or
panels
else,
here.
or else we can do something like the one, you know, the Geneva floor. Did a opening.
Oh, yeah lah.
Uh,
We can do an opening.
because we have, I mentioned to you, this one is the one that I replied to your message lah, but I'm not sure if you want carpentry fluted panel. So if it's carpentry strips, then you can use it like the same.
Maybe we can do an opening, and then we do a low shelf. You know what I mean? Low shelf,
Okay.
and then opening we can put something down there, like put a piece or something.
So for them, actually what they need to do is
Break up.
bring up to this level, right?
Yeah, maybe break up to.
One
But
meter.
okay,
No,
but
no,
but
it's like that. If you do it like that, then your opening will have issue. By right, you should follow this line, then go up by 1 meter.
But if we take the barrier height down here 1 meter, we come across.
Yeah.
Will it be weird?
Exactly.
So we break up to about 900.
Then
900
the rest,
above, we
glass
use the
block.
glass block so that the architectural element flows into the
Flows into
interior.
So you don't want to do any carpentry here.
No, so up to 900, we have the low carpentry here. So because you break up to 900, right?
Okay, break up 900, then the rest is
The glass block. So on the other side, we have a shallow carpentry where they can store things like.
Okay.
Or
And
can
then
be a
on-
loose console.
Yeah, then on top they can put a, I don't know, they want to put an art piece or something. It can be nice also.
Okay.
Because the owner is keen to search for loose furnitures lah, so I think can find a better piece rather than fitting something that's out.
Yeah, so I mean for the time being, I think we can break up first. At least that is like the solution.
But at least you have a solution for it.
Yeah. Then the nook down there, whether they can find a loose console to put there, that can be nice also. So this, so at the other side it kind of frames up this thing, whether it's built in or
Then they need to box up this column as well.
But I need to box
Actually,
up.
they can plaster first, together with the low wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can plaster together first. Then we can see if we can just do the wallpaper over or some other changes later.
Maybe plaster and paint. I think
Plaster and paint.
Yeah, they can plaster and paint.
Just now we had a quick discussion on the project. I think just seeing how it went, it was it's very evident that having different teams in the same office really expedites the coordination works. So we have a situation on site where on the second floor there's a column, there's a void space, and we need to mitigate this space. How do we make it such that it's the best outcome? So, thankfully Charlotte is also, we're all in the office, so Charlotte just popped on over and then we brainstormed for 2-3 minutes and then we have a solution. And then pertaining to the carport roof, Zach was talking about how to finish the flashing nicely. We were thinking whether, part of the I-beam could be cut off. So he just had to turn right to talk to Jian Wei, our structural engineer, and voila, it's resolved. So easy peasy in the same office.
What do I think makes a good restaurant? Okay, basically I feel like my senses has to be fulfilled, or like smell, the look, and I feel like when let's say even for like the utensils, the touch and feel of like the tablecloth and even the chairs, everything just makes me feel like I need my senses to be fulfilled in the whole experience of a good dining place. The general idea of like, let's say the concept, I wouldn't say concept, I would say the idea that we started off with was to actually uplift the whole restaurant space. From the beginning where we first stepped in, it was a bit more generally on a more casual note, and then we kind of uplifted to give it a more luxurious vibe. When we first go into the reception area, it's where they start to host customers, like a holding area, and where also their VIPs get like, you know, the selection of their wines, and also they use it as like there's a center area, there's a huge central place where they will put like, you know, their products such as their mooncakes on top. So it's kind of place where it's important to make it look more welcoming. Previously in the main dining area, it was looking a bit yellow or like more warm, and the curtains were a bit on the warmer side. It's a bit gold and yellowish color, so the overall feel was a bit like a palace. So it really has the kind of golden luxurious feel to it. So instead we changed it into a more modern contemporary luxurious feel, and instead of having too much yellow, we brought in some brown, bronze elements, and also even more soft colors such as grey. It's still a Chinese restaurant, so what we did was to kind of change the carpet to keep it in a way that there's still the whole Chinese kind of Chinese restaurant theme to it, and so overall the whole restaurant was given a whole new facelift. The two corridors of the VIP and the main dining area actually mirrors each other, and not only that, the walkway of the VIP area, it was initially a more very warm wood and yellow wood color. So what we did was we actually revarnished and toned down the color. So right now the walls are of dark brown, and then the floor is more pale, and it has a cozier feel right now. We added mirrors to the niches along the corridors, so the corridor actually feels more spacious rather than having the low ceiling height makes it feel small. So even with low ceiling height, the whole corridor actually feels quite spacious or quite luxurious right now. I actually hope that they, firstly, of course, the food is the main point, right? They enjoy the food, but secondly, the atmosphere, so that, you know, with the right atmosphere, everything just tastes better. And then also, even for not just the customer, the people serving the customers, so the moment that they're happy in the space, the customers will feel it too. So I hope like everyone that uses that space will feel like, you know, they are really enjoying the food.
Sorry. my leg is bigger than the top.
Okay, again.
How can design affect the experience of the space?
How can design affect the experience of a space? I think I'm one of those that might be affected by it. Like, let's say if everything just clashes, or like the textures clashes, the color clashes, then you have colors running all over or patterns running all over, then I will really feel like I want to run out of the space immediately, or, you know, I don't want to stay in this space. So it kind of ruins the overall experience that the user has in that particular space. Which, especially for me, like let's say if, you know, I look at one texture and then it clashes with like another texture that is close to each other, or, you know, things doesn't make sense in that space, then I will feel very angry about it. Yeah.